Alright, today we're going to talk about the four most common pruning forms for fruit trees. Quick video. So first we have what's called a central leader, and the central leader is basically where the tree's leader is left to grow however tall you desire it to be. And what happens is the tree puts on lateral branches, which is good because that's where the fruit is going to occur. But what we want to make sure is that between each layer of branches, there's enough room for the sunlight to penetrate the canopy. The next is what we call an open center. And you've probably seen this in fruit trees many times, where it's almost like a little bowl, and the tree is allowed to collect the sunlight from the middle. These branches all come out and leave that center open for the light to penetrate. And so we can get a lot of fruit there. This type, the central leader, is good for pears because they naturally like to grow that way. The peaches and the nectarines, they're going to do best with an open center. They need a lot of light, and it's good to be super aggressive with your pruning cuts so that you get a lot of new wood, because that's where the fruit is going to occur. So that's where this open center is very beneficial. If we marry the two, we get what's called a modified leader. So basically what happens is we have kind of an open center here, but the leader extends, and then we'll get a couple more layers, whether it's 2 or 3, it doesn't really matter, but you get kind of the best of both worlds. We get multiple layers with enough room in between each layer for the light to penetrate, and then a kind of an open center on the top. So this is a modified leader. And then the last one that we're going to talk about, this is called an espalier. And basically what that is a tree that is growing up against a wall, a fence, an arbor, and it's a very structural, artistic form. It does require a little bit more maintenance. It's not too difficult to maintain once you've established a good structure, but it definitely is something that's a little more advanced than the other 3 forms. And so these are the 4 most common pruning forms that you as a gardener get to decide how you're going to shape your tree. But it is important to make sure that when you're doing it, you're starting while the tree is still young, you're establishing a good structure, and then you maintain that structure throughout the life of the tree.